Welcome to Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, a unique and special environment in college football. This crowd coming together to make up the 12th man, trying to make it very difficult for any opponent. And Ryder, we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 11th ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Aggies will kick it away to get this game going. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense. Is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. A tackle, it looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup you want to exploit, take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up a first down.
Can he make it to the marker? Running with purpose. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to third down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Pass complete. It's second down now. And he'll set up to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Peters. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
And the Ducks pick up enough yards to move the sticks. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Running back has it on the screen now. And the tackle is made. The defense was ready for that screen. They stop him short of the first down.
Well, the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now you've got a fourth down.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
This just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
But when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield to pick up the first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon Achane and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit.
Catch made wide open way downfield. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21.
Boy, a huge play here for Texas A&M. A nice throw, but even a better catch by this wide receiver. Man, they've had some great ones over the years at College Station. Guys like Mike Evans and Aniyah Smith most recently. Going back to Christian Kirk. Guys with some size and speed.
Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. To throw, it's done. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. Texas A&M is now operating in the red zone. Handoff here from the shotgun. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Crucial third down play coming up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And looking to throw now on first down. Defense is coming after him. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Now it's second down here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Makes a quick grab. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
There's a 1st and 10 play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Running through the tackle. Bringing pressure. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
And no chance for a return as the punt sails out of bounds. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? They'll hand it off. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. It's done. Goes to his right side there for the completion. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. A 4th down completion to the running back. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this 4th down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that 1st down.
It's caught, but out of bounds.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? The 1st down pickup tackled at the 45.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The Aggies keep the football on the move. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. They'll run it here. And will head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
And there's the handoff. Powering right past the defender. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that 1st down.
And a nice 1st down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, A&M. Quarterback flashing the speed on that touchdown run. That's almost unfair, Kurt.
I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Let's fly to the wide out. Caught over the middle. It's Peters. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Going again on 2nd and 10. He's running out of time here. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. He's looking deep here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. He's escaping the pocket now. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Backs line up on either side of the quarterback. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Shows off the stiff arm on the way to a solid game. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking downfield. It's done. Catch made on the left side. And boom, big stiff arm, and he breaks free. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. Receiver makes the catch, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building a lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Quick, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Using his legs on the scramble, and he'll scoot out of bounds after a short gain, not enough for the 1st down.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time, before he can get out, they keep him to a short gain.
2nd down after that previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He's moving out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move, looking deep, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's third down. He's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Catch made on the right side. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half.
Oh, my gosh. The defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the first down. They've got to rally to the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up a first down.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. He's got it on the left side for a big gain. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's intercepted, but out of bounds. So close to a turnover, it's just incomplete.
Got to be impressed by the accuracy of this throw and the effort by the receiver to make the catch. He just couldn't get his foot down for the touchdown.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, just lets it go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
And it's no good. He missed it. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. Linebacker shifting around now. Running past the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Great effort there to make something happen, but they bring him down, and that will wrap up the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Texas A&M 14, Oregon 0.
The Ducks will kick this away to begin the second half. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And he gets it out to the 28, tackled right there. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. To the air. It's done. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle made after the completion.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You'd prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
With the option keeper here for a big game for this Texas A&M quarterback. And reminiscent of a guy like Johnny Manziel who could do so much damage when he played for Texas A&M. But they've had others going back to Bucky Richardson. How about Reggie McNeil? Great history and tradition at College Station with those athletic quarterbacks.
Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw caught on the left side. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Makes the catch for the defense. Breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Brings up second and goal.
Second down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how...
It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. Can he make something happen? After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Now, before the kickoff, a timeout has been taken by the receiving team.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. Welcome to Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, a unique and special environment in college football. This crowd coming together to make up the 12th man, trying to make it very difficult for any opponent. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 11th ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Aggies will kick this deep to get us going. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Strategy, punting on the field on first down. Did not get a hold of it, not what the punter was hoping for. This will be down on the opponent's end near midfield. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Back to pass. It's done. He's got his man wide open. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, A&M.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Have you ever seen this? The punting team on the field on first down. It's a low punt. Won't travel very far. No fair catch. He feels the punt. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the grab. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Aggies. Just ran away from the defense. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's got it inside the 15. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. And the punting team is on the field. Do they know that it's first down? And here's the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? He's got his man in the open field. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Breaking free at the 35. And that'll pick up a first down out at the 37.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete. Second down coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. Point after, up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This offense scores the defense with a lightning strike. A one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's found some room, just runs through a man, a mismatch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Touchdown, A&M. This offense is still clicking. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
Oregon offense will take over. First and 10.
back out on the field. They'll hand it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense going on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Finds his man, has the first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Running out of time in the pocket. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Back to throw again. Looking for the wideout. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. The Ducks pick up enough to get a first down there. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he pulls in the catch. Tackled right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down to 15.
I feel like this quarterback could make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a crow route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit it into a tight window for that first down completion.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's hit as he throws it. Caught near the goal line. It's a fumble. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play.
The offensive...
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
It's now second and goal. That's the end of the first quarter. High score. Texas A&M 27-7.
We've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. Send the back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of ball.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Ball at the 6-yard line now. It's third and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Nothing tells you more about a defense's personality than when they get tested like this. Facing a first and goal, all the way to third and goal, you come up with a sack, relentless attitude. Now let's see what they decide to do on fourth and goal.
And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Texas A&M.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Handoff heading left. Trucks through the defender. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
I'll tell you, this running back from Texas A&M is dangerous when he has room to work. Great speed, good job of picking up the first down. And Chris, you just think about some of the backs that they've had when they've had a chance to put that Texas A&M uniform on. Dante Hall, some people forget, was a Texas A&M running back. Devon Achane, of course, more recently, and even Isaiah Spiller. Good, tough blend of toughness and speed.
And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
42 Spider.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And on the carry, he's heading left. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Oh, and he fumbles. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Ready up.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Get set. Get set.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Dropping back. It's done. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. First and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loses 2. It's now 3rd and goal.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. And they're able to get him down.
QB just ran out of options. He decides to take matters into his own hands and takes off on that scramble. I thought he might come close to getting it to the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short.
So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. It'll be a 26-yard attempt. Should be automatic. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. He's going to bring it out from his own end zone. And he's tackled at the 6. Bad field position. Don't know why he brought that out. Powerful offense is back on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And that catch is hauled in. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
The Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And this pass is on target, caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. And now the try here for the extra point. And he knocks it right through.
The extra point is good.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On first down, it's play action. Looking for a deep completion. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Fights off a defender. And they get him down on what will be the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Set to kick it away.
Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
2nd down play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They're going to run it. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Handoff to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Can they convert on 3rd down and keep this drive rolling? Scanning the field. It's done. Catch made on the out route. The first down pickup, tackled at the 45.
Well, this offensive line, you got to take your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
As the first down, still on the move. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made to the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down, looking to throw the football. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the grab. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers, usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The Aggies will line up here on first down and goal. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. Touchdown, Aggies. This offense cannot be stopped. The offense still out there. We're going for 2 here.
Chris, you don't see it often, but how much do I love seeing that fullback get a touchdown. He blocks all the time. They rarely give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's rewarded with 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner looking to create better field position. The returner tackle right there. That's where they start the drive.
Oregon offense will take over. First and 10.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. And now the handoff. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made on the play, the 29-yard line.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
Second down coming up.
The DB's backing off from the line now. Now to play fake, he'll look to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Fires it to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And the Ducks moving quickly down the field here. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's incomplete, comes up a little short on that throw.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. I think he's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find...
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Now the important point after attempt. And the extra point is missed. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. And the returner heads out of bounds. Here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 38, Oregon 23.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Sticking with the running game. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Easy. Hold. Check. Razor.
Takes the handoff and he'll head left. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
29 built.
Here's the handoff. Spins away from defenders.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Clear.
And the wideout goes in motion. And here's the handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
Got it.
And the Aggies will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down.
Get set. Ready.
Direct snap to the back. He's tackled inside the 35. Picks up.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a big gain.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
That's a flashy run with the spin here, but produces just a short gain.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the 4th quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to win.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Man, that's his 2nd touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Oregon offense comes back out on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Contact as he threw it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
2nd down, looking to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Well, that was exciting, but no one to throw to. Eventually goes down.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. It's complete. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. Important play.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This has been a dominant performance so far, of double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the 2nd half. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Across the 45 now. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today. The offense really clicking here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. Handing off on the draw play. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker.
4th down coming up.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. He'll hand it off. Game moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Well, they roll the dice and go for it here on 4th down. Late in the game with the lead, and they get it. Good job by the offensive line. The running back knew exactly where to go, and this one may be out of reach.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris.
Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start.
Texas.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll go right back to the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. to the ground with the back. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Motion from the offense. To the ground. He's got it again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Direct snap. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big gain.
This quarterback part of their running game. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
He wants to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Now, remember, they were stopped on 4th down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as...
He hurls one deep down the left side. They're intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Bean. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Texas 0.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side.
And these defensive tacklers just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If You can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Texas! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in the rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. All kinds of running room. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Looking for a crease to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's off to the... and it's a fumble after that huge gain. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back.
And, man, that's frustrating as a coach because you get him outside the pocket. Well, he gets himself outside the pocket, scrambling around, making something happen. Defense is kind of on their heels, make a positive play. And then he just doesn't protect it at the end of the run. Listen, I don't want my quarterbacks unless it's game time, go situation.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got his man quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Dialing up a second down pass play. A strike downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone.
6-9-1, Gators score. Jackrabbit.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
On the move. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
He's now first and goal.
About to have the ninth snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No,
It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Get it out on the screen. Hard running there. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Looking to throw on second down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
what a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to fire deep. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Daniels. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to pass it on second down. It's caught. Oh, look out. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Here's the handoff. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired.
Just keeps moving. Right down the gut of the field. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. He would not be denied.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Going for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Little touch pass to the receiver. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Motion from the offense. Looking to pass on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense was onto something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Defense dropping into soft coverage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
3rd in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Daniels. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Finds his man. It's Daniels. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's a really good example of the quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, what a break. Great job following the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, following the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's a good job by the offense.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Since the kickoff, Texas.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David,